Temporal perception and linguistic framing in human experience. A fundamental aspect of human experience is the relationship between language and our perception of time and space. Language is not only a tool for communication, it is also a structure through which individuals conceptualize and interpret the world around them. One of the most profound elements shaped by language is our understanding of temporality, the ability to distinguish between past, present, and future, and to situate experiences within a linear or sequential framework. However, this perception is not universal. It is shaped, reinforced, and in some cases limited by the linguistic and cultural frameworks within which individuals operate. Imagine a society in which all thought and communication are grounded solely in the present moment. In this culture, the concept of time beyond the immediate now is absent. There are no grammatical structures to indicate past or future, no words or expressions that place events along a temporal continuum. All events, regardless of when they might occur or have occurred, are spoken of as if they exist in the present. For instance, when a person in this culture says, "Let us eat," the phrase refers to eating in the present. However, this does not necessarily imply immediate action. The understanding is not bound to a rigid definition of now as a single moment, but includes a flexible interpretation of the present as an unfolding state. Despite the lack of explicit reference to time beyond the present, members of the culture intuitively grasp that the action may occur soon, even if not at once. There is a shared, unspoken understanding that governs the use of language, allowing for communication about action and intent without invoking time as a separate dimension. This orientation extends to how individuals process life events. For example, if someone's mother died 10 years ago, they would still say, "My mother is dead." There would be no verbal markers to indicate that the death took place in a prior moment. The statement communicates a condition that is true in the present, with no reference to its origin in the past. The event is not situated in history. It is experienced as a part of the continuous present. Such a framework has deep implications for how memory, identity, and intention are experienced. Without a linguistic structure to represent the past, memory becomes less a recollection of distinct events and more a reinforcement of the current state of being. Similarly, without a way to refer to the future, planning and anticipation may be understood only in terms of current needs, desires, or unfolding actions, rather than in relation to a projected timeline. Identity, shaped by memory and expectation, would likewise be oriented around the present self rather than a narrative of personal development over time. This hypothetical culture invites reflection on how language informs our sense of reality. While the physical world may operate according to principles of temporal progression, human experience of that progression is filtered through the lens of language. What is often assumed to be a natural understanding of time is, in fact, a constructed perspective, one that varies according to the linguistic and cultural systems in which it develops. In examining a culture with no concept of past or future, we gain insight into the malleability of human cognition. Time, as most people understand it, is not a fixed or universal structure. It is a framework made possible through language, an abstract dimension created, shaped, and maintained through words, shared understanding, and cultural norms. To live without that framework is not to live outside of time, but to inhabit a fundamentally different version of it, one in which all of life unfolds perpetually in the present.